Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. Is your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief AP Gaines here, and today we're going to be talking about a highly requested topic, so I thought I'd just throw this together for you guys. A lot of new players coming into the game, and they're realizing that ships is a very, very vital part of this game, even though it's not necessarily the most fun. But people don't know how ships work, they don't know what the best ships are, so I'm going to explain what the best ships are, what ships you should farm first, and your general fleet strategy throughout the course of your time in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So I've switched over to my girlfriend's account. She doesn't do much in ships, but I have told her which ships to farm. Aside from just sending her pictures of what the ships look like, she doesn't really know much about them. She doesn't really do fleet battles all that often, but we're going to hop into ships, and I'll show you which ones that I had her save so that she could farm them. And she actually doesn't have the most important one farmed, and I guess we're going to start off by talking about Anakin's ETA Starfighter. This is going to be your most important ship right off the bat. Anakin is going to be one of your most important characters, a big damage dealer, and his ship likewise does massive amounts of damage. It also has great utility with its second ability, allowing you to add up buff immunity and healing immunity. Healing immunity not so important, but the buff immunity is vital when going up against Hound's Tooth, which is going to be really powerful. Now I'm going to quickly find Houndstooth because she has been farming Django. She has some Houndstooth shards, so I'm going to favorite that for her so that she knows to farm that out. Houndstooth is an incredibly important ship. This is why the Django node, I will quickly show you right here. I don't think she's done any of her dailies yet, so let's quickly go over here. 8 light side 8. This node is probably the most important early game node. It gives you not only Django shards double drop since the update that came out a couple months ago, but it also gives you the Houndstooth shard. The Houndstooth is going to be probably your most important ship, along with Anakin. The reason it's the most important ship is because it's hard to kill since it gets that protection up every time you damage it. And it's just a beefy tank. All your other ships will avoid damage. This is definitely a ship that you guys want to have as soon as humanly possible. And combined with Anakin, you got big damage plus a tank that's hard to kill in the early game. Definitely punch up. You can get more rewards in that fleet arena. It's pretty fantastic. Now, besides from that, we have Ahsoka. Ahsoka is also a character you're going to want to start to farm up. She's also super easy to get to 7 stars because she frequently shows up. Oh, she did actually log on today. That's cool. She frequently shows up in the fleet. She hasn't shown up here today, or at least maybe she'll show up in an hour, but she shows up frequently there, so you can get her 7 stars easy. And the reason we want to get her 7 stars quickly, along with all of our other ships, which I'll talk about later, is because they allow us to get Zeta Mats as soon as humanly possible, and everyone knows the account that gets the Zeta Mats first is going to be at a huge advantage, not only in Squad Arena, but in Grand Arena and stuff like that. So being able to get those Zetas as fast as humanly possible is super important. So she's farmed easy. The Geonosians, besides from Sunfac's a pain in the butt to farm, but the Spy and the Soldier frequently show up in, Soldier will show up in the, what is it called? The Galactic War Store. I think Spy might also show up less frequently, but they also both show up in Fleet, as you can see here. Okay, so she has been on in the last 6 hours. She was up till 4 a.m. playing Minecraft, so I imagine that's probably when she logged on. She's a very weird girl. So you get your Ahsoka up pretty quickly. Your Geonosian Spy and Geonosian Soldier you can also get up. Sunfac you can pretty much only farm from his hard node, which I don't recommend farming, or you can get him in the Fleet. Let me just buy this for her because I know she's not going to do it. You can buy him in the fleet currency. He's a great team to have out early if you don't have Houndstooth because he has that taunt whenever enemies have buffs on them. He force taunts, which is super helpful keeping your other slightly weaker, more damage intensive ships out there. So these 5 ships right here alongside with the capital ship of your choice are going to be a fantastic fleet arena team, but you do need to have your Moff Tarkin Executrix up to 5 stars, which means you have to do the 5-star event. So let me quickly go over here. Let's see if it's open today. It probably shouldn't be. It's not. Okay, so Monday, Thursday, Sunday, you can get that 5-star event. And then Monday, Thursday, Sunday as well, you can also go in here and potentially get Zeta Mats if you have those ships enough starred up. So those are the ships that you want to rush really quickly. I'll show you Anakin's ETA, which you can farm in Fleet right here. Let me actually just demonstrate because I know she's not going to do it. Didn't get any shards there, but you can progress further. Like you can get your Sunfac here and your Boba and whatever, and you can do more normal battles. But I highly recommend just sit here. Once you open this node, Just sit here, get him to 7 stars. Don't worry about anything else. Do a 25 crystal refresh. You should be making enough crystals for that to be no problem. So you get 2 full 5 sims. You can get him fairly quickly. Once you get him to 7 stars, you can progress out and go for other things. But definitely get him to 7 stars as fast as possible. Let's see Fleet. She hasn't battled today. No, she hasn't battled today. So she's currently rank 118. Oftentimes you'll see like full Geonosian squads like here. These will do pretty good damage. What team is she using? Well, let's find out. Let's find a team that we want to go up against. Going up against Endurance is usually easier, even though this one's way over leveled. Let's actually demonstrate a Houndstooth battle. So you guys who haven't played Houndstooth, okay, so this is the team she's using. Yeah, this is fine, whatever. So Houndstooth is super annoying. Not so much at 2 stars, because Boss is going to be really weak. But as you progress, get him gear 12 in the later game, or get the Houndstooth to 7 stars, they're very hard to kill. So as you can see, they're doing massive damage. Hopefully I can demonstrate. Okay. So what we really want to do is they're going to go for the taunt first turn. But with this ability, we can maybe get an ability block, or not an ability block, but a buff immunity. We didn't actually land it, so now he's going to taunt, and that protection is going to keep coming back. So let's get rid of this. If we get rid of the breach, it allows the taunt to go away. That's more if he has the Zeta, but that's just a general strategy you guys want to know in advance. So as you can see, we stunned, but we didn't really make any headway. This is why Anakin is important. Not only can he prevent it with his second ability, but he's one of the only characters who's really strong enough to punch through it. So our breach is gone. He doesn't have the Zeta, so we can use this ability right here to clear this taunt, which should put us in a good spot. Unfortunately, they're going to have massive damage, but we could maybe take them out right here if we can do enough damage. No, our characters don't do enough damage to punch through that. So what we're going to do instead is we bring in our Spy. Spy will force a taunt. If you have enough abilities, you get a forced taunt than other people. This is also a nice way to get around Houndstooth in the later game once you have all of Spy's abilities. But calling people into assist, we do massive damage. We take out their Anakin, which is good. Now they're going to force taunt with this Boba right here, which is not going to be good because they're going to clear buffs and do all this. But we do have the middle ability of Ahsoka refreshes every time a new ship enters the battle. So you guys want to save that for maybe using on their Houndstooth, or maybe if they bring in a tank that needs their taunt cleared. So this team is considerably stronger than us, but as long as we prepare and we play the taunts correctly, we should still be at a decent place. Hopefully we can keep our Sunfac alive just a little bit longer to soak up one more attack. And I'm not throwing in that AoE because of the Retribution. The Retribution could be very detrimental to our... I'm actually going to bring in another ship. So now we have to go to the Retribution, but maybe we can kill Ahsoka. No, we can't. So they're going to counterattack, kill our Sunfac, probably call in reinforcement, but we're slightly faster. Should take her out. And we punched up a considerable amount in that fleet arena. They even had a boss, which put us at a big disadvantage, but we only went up 1 rank, but we played around the taunt, trying to get that buff immunity. Didn't get it, but we saved Ahsoka to dispel after we cleared the breach on Ahsoka, or on Sunfac. Allowed us to get around the taunt. We were able to take out their damage dealers because they were still focused on our tank, Sunfac, which put us in a great spot. So those are the ships that you guys should farm, just to reiterate one more time. Anakin's ETA, once you open that node, farm it. Ahsoka you should be farming with Galactic War. Same with Spy and Soldier. And then when Sunfac shows up in the fleet, make sure to grab them because it takes forever to get to Sunfac, and you don't really want to waste resources on that hard node. I tell her to use Home 1. I've seen her do fleet battle. She literally goes in and she presses buttons. Sometimes she wins, most of the time she loses, but you guys are going to be a lot more determined to win than she is. But I use Home 1 simply because it has big assist plus recovery. Executress also works. If he's faster, you can get to that massive thing at the end to help clear you out. Endurance kind of sucks. Don't ever use Endurance. Kind of the only reason you want to even get Endurance to 7 stars is to do the gas event if you don't have that negotiate at that point. Really quickly, I do want to talk about this before we end the video. The video that was supposed to go up today had rendering problems, so it's not going to be here. I was going to announce the It's Just Ian versus AP Gains matchup, as well as basically explain how to do Grand Arena. That video should come up tomorrow, ideally, if I can get the rendering to finally work so I can upload the full video. But if you guys can manage to get into a guild through whatever ways you deem necessary, maybe you have friends in other discords or in my discord, or you just get lucky. A lot of people are like brand new, level 30, and they want to get into a guild that does the Geonosian raids. It's not going to work like that. You're going to have to consistently prove that you can get your 600 tickets and stuff like that. But that being said, if you can get into a guild that does at least dark side geo and ideally light side geo, you can get those get to currency to get your negotiator as fast as humanly possible. Let's say she had negotiator right now. Despite not having like highly relic ships and stuff like this, she would be first place every single day. A 5-star negotiator with trash ships, low level, low gear, would destroy all of these. She'd be first place every day. She'd be getting her 400 crystals and basically a Zeta every single day, or a Zeta Met every single day. She would be rolling in dough. So that's why you want to get into those guilds as fast as humanly possible. All right, guys, as always, I love you. If you stayed till the end of the video, tell me what your favorite ship is. Later.